Hey guys, what's going on? This is Brian Martin United here, coming at you with a match preview, and not just a match preview. I feel like the match preview because this game, like, it decides so much for us. And in fact, it's a game where we have to get ready to give everything. I'm using quotes because that's what Amarim said. We have to get ready to give everything. It's that kind of match. If we lose this, we have no hope of getting into Europe next season, which means our potential summer signings, our negotiation chip of saying, "Hey, we play in Europe," is out the door. Right? It's out the door. It's sailing back to France or whatever with Lyon if they beat us today. So anyway, let me jump into the match preview here. So let's start with Lyon. Okay, Lyon. Domestically, Lyon sit in fourth place on 51 points in 29 matches. If their league finished today, that would put them right back in the Europa League, right? They'd be back where they are right now. It's top three in League which is the French league that goes to the Champions League. So as some of you know, there's league, what they call it, coefficients, power coefficients. And so that's how essentially UEFA um, delegates the number of Champions League spots to the respective professional leagues for each country. So in League 1, it's top three. Lyon, they sit in fourth place right now, with a chance of getting into the top three. So hopefully they've got one eye on that as well. Hopefully their attention is split. Anyway, they're in good form right now. They won four of their last five in League 1. Most recently beat 10th place Auxerre. Sorry if I butchered that pronunciation. I'm not French. They beat them 3-1, pretty comfortable. And they're able to rest most of their, starters, it seemed like. So um, they're obviously coming out gunning for this. Um, but like I said before, hopefully they're kind of split in terms of like gunning for Europa League glory here to get into the Champions League versus trying to get into the Champions League via Ligue 1. So anyway, enough about them. For United, we sit in 14th place on 38 points in 32 matches. So we're not looking great. Not looking great, as you already know. Our recent league form has been poor. I know last time I tried to fudge it and say, "Oh, it's looking spotty," whatever. But no, we're looking poor. We're looking piss poor right now. One win, two draws, and two losses in the last five Premier League matches. Our most recent match with some of you, I feel like, didn't even watch because you were just like, "Screw it, I don't care." So if you didn't watch, it was a 4-1 defeat to fourth place Newcastle. And we looked lifeless in the second half. Sorry, my phone ringing there. So yeah, we looked bad in the second half. I hope that the guys were just kind of like, look, this game doesn't really matter to us. We're focused on Thursday, and beating Lyon. So I'm hoping that that is what happened there, and that wasn't just us just getting our asses handed to us, which is what ultimately happened um, via Newcastle. So anyway, player availability. As we know, Delit, Ahmad, Collier, Xerxes, and Licha are out. And just in case you didn't know, for Xerxes, he is out for the season. So bad news on that front, especially when he was really hitting some good form there. So all I can say is speedy recovery to him. It'd be great if he came back. But if we lose this match today, then there's no point in trying to rush him back or anyone back for that matter. Now, Aiden Heaven is also out. And I'm a little annoyed by this one. I'm a little annoyed by this one because he was on the bench last match, I think, right? I think he was on the bench, or at least he was very close to being on the bench and coming back. But it seems like he got injured by a teammate. And this is what Amarin said. He said contact with a teammate. So I assume he got injured in a training session. And that annoys me because it's like, I get everyone's out there fighting for a spot. I get you go hard in training. What do they say? Train as you mean to play, something like that. But also, like, what are you doing? Like, we've got a big ass match coming up. You can't be out there going in studs up, or I don't know, that's what happened, but like, you have to train hard, but you still got to be careful because they are your teammates, right? You need a squad to achieve glory. You need a squad to win trophies, right? So I don't know. Again, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe he just bumped into somebody, or it was a clash of knees or shins or something like that. Something, but like I don't know. In my mind, I've seen it happen on teams I played on, and it's just like it was a result of someone going too hard in training and just hurting someone else, and then we lose a big player for a big game, something stupid like that. So I hope that wasn't the case, but if that is the case, I'd be pissed because we need Aiden Heaven, especially if we're going to go through. Um, Also, Johnny Evans is back in first team training, but Amram said he won't be playing. I mean, he hasn't really played much, so we're not really missing anything there. Um, and for those wondering what Amram had to say on Onana, he said, quote, Onana will play tomorrow. So there you go. Onana's going to play tomorrow. So that's already one spoiler in my predicted 11. Um, for Lyon, I was trying to kind of see what they had going on with players, but I mean, their website, they don't really give you much. They don't really update much on their website. So that's one thing I got to hand it to the folks at United about. Like, when you want to find out some United news, it's pretty much bang on the website. But Lyon, it was just kind of like, I don't know, a lot of marketing. So, I don't know. They almost tempted me into buying a jersey, but yeah. Um, but anyway, from what I could gather, they had a screen cap of their press conference, their presser, and it looked like Tolisso was going to play, which I mean, again, no brainer. He's a Lyon man through and through. He had a 5-year spell at Bayern, but went back to Lyon. So he can do. He can be a threat at times. So yeah, that is the team news and bit of an intro there. Now the part you're all waiting for, my predicted 11. There we go. There we go. Predicted 11. Um, so yeah, we are going with Hoyland up front. We are going with Garnacho and Bruno sitting in the 10s. Dorgu left wing back, Dallo right wing back, Casemiro and Ugarte in the middle. I almost swapped out Casemiro for Mount. I know Mount's been coming in as a 10 or even a striker, I think at times, which he might do today. He might come in for Hoyland as a striker up top, um, just to give us something in case Hoyland, tanks or gets hurt or something like that. But I almost put Mount in for Casemiro. Um, I feel like Emram would prefer to play Mount and get him on the pitch any way he can. Um, and so that was just a little inkling I had, but I decided to, stick with Casemiro since he has been playing and he's been doing a solid job. But yeah, I thought for a second, I almost did it, almost put Mount in for Casemiro. But I definitely think we'll see Mount at some point today. I think we'll see Manu at some point today. I don't think Manu's ready to start. Just looking at how he played previously. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking for our predicted 11. Now, in terms of our predicted score, so this is a do or die match, right? So the score is anyone's guess, right? This is a total swag, as they say, sophisticated wild ass guess. That's what that stands for. You're welcome. You can use that at work, but just if you get fired, you didn't hear it from me. So anyway, neither team can afford to sit back and be defensive here. So my guess is a 2-1 victory, but I don't know who it goes to. I don't know if it's going to be 2-1 to United or 2-1 to Lyon. My heart says 2-1 to United. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping we got there and we smash them. We have a field day and it's a great day at Old Trafford. The crowd's rocking. We're singing. We're on our way to the semis. That's what I'm hoping. Hoping we smash them, but I feel like it might be a 2-1 because the last game looked fairly tight. The other possibility that I see coming out of my crystal ball here is a 2-2 draw. Again, a 2-2 draw. We go to penalties, but Onana makes the penalty shootout winning save, and he's suddenly in everyone's good graces. And then suddenly people are like, well, maybe there is a player there. Maybe we don't need to go for Suzuki or some other goalkeeper. Maybe Onana's okay. Maybe he's turning a corner. Um, again, I hope we smashed them in regulation time and that's it. But my heart says 2-1 victory. The my crystal ball slash stirring the pot a bit says a 2-2 draw. We go to pins. Onana makes the game winning save, and suddenly everyone's good graces again. And suddenly he's back to trying to negotiate that contract. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter /X at BryMartUTD at BryMartUTD. That's my handle on Twitter or X. It's also in my YouTube profile thingamabob. Um, anyway, I will see you on the live stream. So I hope you join that. And hopefully we're getting ready to watch a big United victory. I'll see you on that one. Peace.